Hello YouTube, Flashlight Enthusiast here. I always wanted to test a flat, pen-like flashlight, and I only saw this in Nightcore and All-Light, so you can imagine my surprise that thanks to my friend I had hands-on the new RovyVon E90 Angel Eyes. It is not only my first encounter with a RovyVon flashlight, but also first encounter in this form factor. I'm so excited to tell you guys all about the new E90 Angel Eyes from RovyVon in this video. I got this flashlight directly from Neil's Gadgets, so if you are interested, make sure to check out the link below this video. Not only you have a discount of 50% with our special coupon code Flashlight Enthusiast, but you also help the channel quite a bit. I have to show you this because the E90 comes in this really nice plastic case that holds the flashlight and all the accessories, so you can store the flashlight or take it with you on your adventure. Inside was a flashlight wrapped in this plastic bag, a user manual, authenticity certificate, powerbank style USB to USB-C charging cable, last but not least a bag of accessories including wrist lanyard, spare USB-C charging port cover, as well as Allen key and spare screws to your pocket clip. Nice! Before the first use you have to unlock the flashlight, so triple click or more on this protruding switch. To unlock the device, it will blink 3 times indicating it is fully operational. So here it is, the RovyVon E90 Angel Eyes, plain and simple pocket style flashlight, flat design with pocket clip, bi-directional, obviously nice retention. There are some grooves on the sides to make the grip even better. However, I have to admit it is not a simple flashlight with just 2 LEDs at the business end, but they also incorporated different LEDs at the side, which gives the UI really quite advantage, but also a little bit of complexity. Looking at the side, there are not only physical metal grooves here, but there's also this rubber line that really gives you much grip even with wet hands, despite no knurling on the flashlight side. As well as switches are also easy to find out. One is more protruded, one is more recessed, and you always know which switch you access right now. There's also ergonomic advantage of the side switch. You hold the flashlight like this and you can turn it on. Really nice solution here in my view. And yes, try not to look in the LEDs, especially in the UV one, as well as main SST 40 meters. And if you are wondering if the charging will be fast enough, then yes, it will be. Unfortunately, those 3 LEDs are covered with plastic and I have already seen some markings and scratches. I also missed some anti-reflective coating on the main glass, and it is really painful to clean it because it is so recessed. These are SST 40 emitters, around 6000 Kelvin, so definitely on the coolish white side, and down there at the center there is your sensor that makes this world a safer place. So whenever you activate the turbo, high or medium mode and it does detect the obstacle, the output will dim in a really rapid fashion to make sure you don't burn yourself. As you can see, sensor activates a little bit above 25 centimeters. Once the distance decreases, the output has to be adjusted automatically, but once you remove the object, the light returns to the previously used brightness. The good news is that the sensor can be deactivated for those of you who hate such solution, just like myself. Speaking of which, you have to hold the EDC or more protruding switch for around 10 seconds and wait for the blinks. 3 blinks means active sensor, 2 blinks means sensor is inactivated. Thanks to the 3 switch design, the UI, although quite fast, is not overcomplicated. There are 3 switches: EDC, tactical and side switch, and once you tap the EDC switch, you've got always access to eco mode. One click will turn the flashlight on and off. If you like to access more modes, you have to double tap the EDC switch, and now you've got last mode, memory, and one click will advance through eco, low, medium and high. Double tap will do nothing, hold the switch to go back into the steady state. You also got instant access to the turbo and strobe mode via the tactical switch, so light click or light hold will go into the turbo, hard press will go into the strobe mode, and these are both momentary modes. And in my testing, turbo mode is actually more like a timed step down rather than temperature based step down. And there are also a side switch, so once you tap it once, you go into the low white light, one tap again to go into the high mode, one tap again to go into the low mode, and hold the switch to turn the flashlight off, double tap to go into the red mode, and then when you click you advance through different modes, so red high, strobe, and then some beacon, one tap again to go into low, hold the switch to turn the flashlight off, and then you have triple click to go into the UV light. It has only one mode, and whether you hold or tap it once, you turn the flashlight off. What I really like in this E90 is the lockout mode. You have to click 5 times to lock the device. There are some weird blinks here, but nevertheless it is really hard to accidentally unlock it in your pocket because you have to click 3 or more times to unlock it. And again, we have 3 blinks. I don't know why, but it is as it is. USB-C charging port is definitely well protected by this rubber cover that sits quite tightly. Once you plug in your USB-C charging source, the 4-dot indicator will show you the charging process. Here are my lumen measurements of the E90 from RovyVon. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Let's look at the high mode first of the RovyVon E90, as this is the highest sustainable mode. As you can see, I've measured around 816 lumens at start, and as you can see, we've got a nice flat output regulation here. Flashlight was able to sustain around 773 lumens with overall runtime of 1 hour and 32 minutes, which is quite surprisingly good for a flashlight this size and only 3000 mAh battery. Flashlight body stabilized at 52 degrees Celsius, so definitely warm but not too hot. I also checked out the momentary turbo mode. As you can see, it appears to be a timed 8-second turbo output that quickly steps down to high mode. Here I measured around 2740 lumens at start, and after 8 seconds we've got around 2557 lumens before a quick step down over the course of 2 seconds, mind you, to around 917 lumens, which is definitely a level of high mode, with flashlight body achieving around 40 degrees Celsius. I reset it manually a couple of times, but as you can see, we've got similar results of 8 seconds of turbo output before step down to high mode, and it does achieve around 2500 lumens every single time. Last but not least, I also checked out the side light, the white light. As you can see, we've got only around 52 lumens at start, and unfortunately here we can see a standard linear output decrease over time, however with some impressive runtime due to the low output at start, with over 15 hours before flashlight turn off. So summing up, I am definitely surprised in a positive way with the RovyVon E90. Not only was it my first encounter with this flat form factor flashlight, but also first time encounter with RovyVon. I have to admit that build quality and assembly is on excellent level, and the whole concept on multi-LED EDC flashlight is definitely appealing to me. I really appreciated having access to different modes and LEDs through the innovative UI that is not overcomplicated, and also a bonus of flat output regulation in lower modes is definitely a plus not only for regular user but also flashlight enthusiasts. The output and the beam pattern is really on an excellent level. I wish turbo output was more temperature based rather than time based. However, I understand that in such small construction it has to be done probably that way. Still, if you were nitpicky, you would say that it is an 800 lumen flashlight rather than a 3,500 lumen flashlight. Please bear this in mind. With that being said, thanks you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them below this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button not to miss any future videos that I release, and to support the algorithm of this channel, please let me know what do you think about this RovyVon E90, and thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.